Welcome to Salem as the FSS heads here for the NAPA 100. On the pole for today's race is Dew Storm in the number 60 Royal Purple Charger. Then it is Orioles to his outside. Rounding out the first three rows, that is Dog, Yoshi, J-Rack, and Crispy Fried Racer. 100 laps will be today's distance as the pace car peels off the racetrack. And we are about to get set here. Starter in command, and the green flag is out. We are underway. The outside line here is absolute torture as you are going to fall back very quickly as Dog takes advantage of this and moves up into second. As look at the gap that the top two have already started to pull as Crispy Fried Racer starting to make a move for fourth. J-Rack all over the back bumper. Hugus moves, he puts him in the wall. Hugus was noted for his aggressive driving the last couple of weeks, as now Cool Guy gets into Joester Jackhammer, goes into the wall. Nitro's involved, and we've got a big pile up now. And we are under caution. Vortex is involved. The championship leader, Ethan Matheson, has got huge damage. And that will likely put him out of the race. And they're stacking up as they come back to the caution. Orioles has got damage. Oh my goodness. Cookies is involved. Let's get a replay here at the pure pandemonium that's going to take place. Here's Joester Jackhammer. That's the four of Cool Guy right behind him. And Cool Guy just lays on his back bumper. And Nitro just becomes a victim of circumstances there. And he comes back across the track. Sean Seales is involved. The 13 of Cookies. Abigail Lane. NASCAR Fan 2001. And it's just a stack up from there. We're going to go on board here. With the number 80 of NASCAR Lover 2001 running right behind the 20 of Kyle Wilfred. And he's just got no place to go, right into the back of Cool Guy. And there you see where Ethan Matheson gets the front end damage. Vortex in the 61 also with tremendous amount of damage to the front end. We're going to go aboard the chase camera with Ethan Matheson, who is pinned up high. John Felber's right in front of him. And Matheson, once again, nowhere to go. And that 16 car is killed. Radiator pushed in, fluid leaking out. We're going to take the restart here, coming to complete lap 8. Dew Storm still in the lead over Dog. Several cars have gone into the garage, most notably Ethan Matheson, who will record a last place finish today. And Sean Seales in the 88 also is retired. And we take the green as we are back underway. Dog has been absolute red hot on these starts, and he's going to go to the bottom. But Dew Storm gets a run out of turn 3 and is going to be able to hang on for now. As now the outside lane is starting to gain some traction. So Orioles gets by Yoshi for P3. Inside line has the speed through 1 and 2, but it's the outside that can fight back through 3 and 4. As Julio Cesar has made quite the turnaround of his season. And pretty fast as of late. Dog still hunting after the number 60 of Dew Storm for the lead of the races. Orioles wants second. And that's going to allow Yoshi in the 2 to close it as well. And with Matheson out of this race, Yoshi is in prime contention to put himself in contention for the points lead as he sits 4th in the standings coming in. He's been close a couple times this season. Hasn't been able to see out a win. Here's Jack Mountain in car number 12. He's battling it out with Chiro and Wilfred. As here's Joseph Jackhammer in the 15, who's coming out of the pits. That car's got all sorts of damage to it, and it is not on pace. Look out, Dysic's gonna get pretty close there. Not been a good season for the 15. It's been a downhill spiral since Daytona, as here comes Matthew in the 92. Hooks Joester! And we've got another crash. Hoodlum's involved. Oh, laying in again. And that's Cigar. And the caution flag is back out. We got more problems up the road. Now let's get a replay here for you. On board with the 92 of Matthews Gaming. I'm sorry, we're using the chase camera here. And Matthew just pretty much dumps him. We'll go further back to look at the mellow yellow Toyota of Hoodlum 2002. Who clips Pox Cozart. He gets run into by the 46, and then all hell breaks loose. It's the number 80 car involved. NASCAR Club 2001, I believe that car would retire. There's still Dew Storm in the lead with 20 laps in the books. Cookies' number 13 is still made heavy repairs, although is several laps down. Green flag is back out. Now with lap cars on the bottom. Abigail Lane gets forced 3 wide. You know, that car's a lap down. They don't need to be racing like this. As look at Cookies. Checks up. They're going back in the pit lane to make more repairs to the 13 car. But in this mayhem, it's going to allow Yoshi to make a pass on Dog for 3rd place. Although he can't get the run, it's going to allow Crispy to take advantage instead. As Dog is now stuck behind 2 lap cars in the form of Abigail Lane and Joseph Jackhammer. Dog puts the 55 in the wall, and he puts himself around as he collects Crispy and Yoshi. J-Rock's involved. We got a big pile up now. Cool Guy's in it. Hoodlum's in it hard. Ringo's involved. And Cookies comes in with the ARCA brakes and door slams the 39 of Ringo. And we are back under caution. And this race has quickly become into a war of attrition. Here it is again. Looking at Dog, who's right on the bumper of Abigail Lane. He shows his displeasure by putting Lane into the wall, but he then gets loose and hits Crispy and Yoshi. J-Rack gets involved, and then Yoshi gets slammed into by the 4 of Cool Guy. Hoodlum's involved. Ringo slams in. My. So we're going to take another view. This is Cool Guy's number 4. Racing with the 97 of Mech. And just slams right in. And he gets rear-ended further. Angelina's involved. Felber's in it. And there's one final hit from the 13. We have another view from Ringo in the 39. The Sonic Team Toyota. Just no room on the bottom. And piles himself into the 2 car. And then Cookies comes in very violently. I'm not sure what he was thinking. But that's going to take a bevy of cars out of this race. Deuce from Still has led flag to flag so far. Is now 8 cars being shown out of this race. The 15 still in it, although is 3 laps down as we are back underway. And we are only 29 laps into this race. And we've got about a quarter of the field out. As Joester Jackhammer finally maybe starting to learn his lesson as he's yielding to the top 2 cars. Maybe I spoke too soon about that, as now here he wants to get by Orioles. And that's allowed Julio Cesar to close up, and Cesar is running in 3rd place. This is further evidence that this 35 team has significantly stepped up their game, as the 6 of VGO3 has moved into 4th. Won a race earlier in the year, and Ben Pye now charging his way into the picture but cannot get a run. And Tropical Cyclone, another driver that's had a resurgence in these last couple of races, is in the top 10 as well. This 40 team has been bad fast over the last couple of weeks. Chiro in the 0, and then his teammate, the 91 of Jazz, running 7th and 8th. Here's Random J, the car sitting 2nd in points, and he is set to take over the championship lead as he is racing for around the 11th position. We've got Nitro in this battle. We've got 23 of Big Nader, the 12 of Jackman. You could throw a blanket over them all. Random J has had a very excellent season. He started out the season with a win at Daytona, and has since then maintained that car effectively in the top 5 in points all season, but he checks up. That was kind of strange. But Random J still in good position to gain points on the leader. Here's Dicing in the 25, as Crispy Fry Racer has fallen way down the order after his spin, but he is definitely picking up positions left and right, as he just got around the 3 of Adam Mitchell to take over the 17th position. And we're being told that the 46 of 79YT has retired from the race after his collision damage. We have the Vortex Chaos Modified, and he's racing in that class with the O2 of Cigar. J-Rack is running 3rd in that modified class. There's the battle-scarred car of John Felber, as the top 2 have established a pretty steady gap of nearly 2 seconds over the 35 of Julio Cesar. Dewstorm has shown quite a bit of speed this season, but hasn't been able to seal out a win. This beautiful-looking royal purple car, maybe just the opportune time to take it, as Matthew Hill in the 92 is coming back down pit road. That car has got all sorts of problems with it. Julio Cesar is still trying to battle that with the 15. VGO3 winner earlier this year. He wants to get a second one. That 6 car, he's been pretty quick, but he hasn't had too much consistency this season. And I think that's where he's going to need to shine most if he wants to get back up into a championship contending spot, as Tropical Cyclone and Chiro now have both entered the fray and would like a spot in the top 5. But Chiro glances off the wall, and it's going to allow the 91 of Jazz to close right back up. And this is now a battle for 7th. This dog in the number 30, his car significantly hurt. He's coming back down pit road. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls that car behind the wall. Here's the 61 of Vortex Chaos. As he's now making a run on the 21 of Pox Cozart. Vortex has also shown speed this season, but today I don't know if that will replicate, as that car is heavily damaged. Here's Carter Friesen in the SunTrust Savage Racing number 84. Carter's been pretty anonymous all year. Hasn't really had a whole lot to say. He's not done very well. And here is Nitro in the 56, who has not had a great season either. Battle for 5th has reignited, as Tropical would love to take that position from VGO3. But VGO3 has the better line through 3 and 4, and that's what's helped him maintain that gap. We make our way slowly back up to the front here, as Now, the 60 of Dewstorm has opened up about a 1.2 second gap over the 7 of Orioles. Dewstorm came into this race 18th in points. He's going to need quite the string of races for him to get into championship contention, but with everyone being so close, it's definitely possible to not count out the 60 team quite yet. Orioles is number 7, also right on the fringe of that top 10 points. A run like this could easily solidify him as a championship contender. As Chiro has gotten by Tropical for 6th place, I wonder if Tropical got pinned up high or something, but Tropical has lost out to Chiro. As here is Mac in the 97, wants 8th on Jazz. Jazz is going to be able to hold him off, and that's going to allow Kyle Wilfred to close in. Wilfred's been a fixture inside the top 10 in points for most of the season. In fact, he currently sits 10th in points, and he's running in 10th right now. Next Cent Racing's future mostly lies on this man right here, Adam Mitchell, who's had a good string of races to start out the season, but since then it's gone about downhill as you'd think. That 3 team has had a lot of struggles. But he's going to get by the serial modified of Cigar for, I believe, the 18th position, as J-Rack wants a piece of this action as well. Well, as J-Rack's going to get by the 0-2 on the outside, 2 of these cars without front ends. As Dewstorm is starting to catch the back half of the field, he's going to try to get around the 73 TW Metals car of John Felber. But Felber has got the preferred line, and I can't imagine how annoyed Dewstorm's got to feel. We've seen off track that this 60 car very, very focal with his emotions, and he's not afraid to express what's on his mind. And Dewstorm goes wide, he gets into the wall. That can't be doing him any favors, as look at Orioles gained about a second on that lap alone. That 7 car. Orioles has been close as well to a victory this season, hasn't been able to pull it off. He's got 2 top 5s on the year. I think he's decided it's time for a win. Orioles trying to find momentum up on that high side as Dewstorm is held up behind John Felber. And Orioles gets to the high side, but now is stuck behind Felber. This battle is going to get very interesting, as Orioles is going to use the lap car to his advantage and try to get a draft of sorts. And Orioles is going to ride right by on the outside and take over the lead, as Dewstorm now gets left in the dust. As right as we get to lap 60 with 40 laps to go, this number 7 Camaro has been suddenly now the fastest car on the racetrack, but now it's his turn to try to rustle his way around the 73. Meanwhile, we're being told, heard from officials, as contact, Pox Kozar turned hard into the inside wall. I'll have to get back on that, but Kozar got absolutely turned by the 61 of Vortex, and that was a scary, scary situation. As I was saying, there was some concern with the 30 of Dog and the 92 of Matthew Hill to pull their cars off the track, because they are now so many laps down from repair that they likely will not be classified anymore. But a very nasty accident, as now pit stops are going to take place under caution here. Orioles leads the field in. We'll see if anybody's going to stay out. It doesn't look like it. There you see Pox Kozart's car. He appears to be out of the car, which is great news, because he hit that inside wall extremely hard. So Orioles is going to come into the pits. We'll see. Likely we're going to have 4 tires and fuel. These guys should be able to make it to the end of the race from here. We'll have to see where. And indeed, it's going to be 4 tires and fuel. We'll see who's going to get out first. It's going to be Orioles. Dewstorm's going to get a slow pit stop. He runs into Benpai. But he's going to come out in 4th. As they're 3 wide out of the pits with Mech, Jazz, and Chiro. But the big story there, Dewstorm's going to come out of the pit lane in 4th, and Julio Cesar is going to take over 2nd. As we're going to now get a replay of what caused the caution. This is a battle for 18th place. We're going to look on the chase cam of Cozart, who just gets dumped by Vortex, and that is a very violent hit. He hit the wall with the right front of his car, and that just caused him to whip around like a top. Cozart would be okay, although his car would be quite obviously done. As you see there, both Dog and Matthew Hill are still on the track, but are both 21 laps down. As we're going to restart with 34 laps to go. Orioles is in the lead. Dewstorm going to try the bottom lane. And that's what costed him earlier in the race. And it's going to cost him now as he is stuck behind Abigail Lane. Trapple's going to move into 4th. And it looks like VGO3 is going to move into the 5th position. That's his teammate going by, the All-In Motorsports fleet. As Dew's still jammed up by the 55. He cannot be pleased there as Mac gets into the back of Jazz. That could have been deja vu to what just happened to Pox Cozart. But now Kyle Wolford's going to try and follow Jazz down on the bottom. And this is going to make things really sketchy because Abigail Lane is definitely slower than these guys. But she is in that preferred line. Mech gives her the bumper. He's had enough of the nonsense. But now Kyle Wilfred is going to plow his way through up top and go from 9th to 7th. Great move there by the DRC driver. And that car, much like the sponsor, just went in and out of that battle. But it's now still having trouble getting by the 55 of Lane. And now Mech is right back up to the bumper of the 20 car. And Carter Friesen is set to get his first top 10 of the finishes. He's moved into the top 10 now. Dewstorm has fallen out of the top 5. It looks like VGO3 has moved into 4th place as now Dewstorm is struggling with the 15 of Joester Jackhammer. And, well, it's been a very steady drop for the 60 team as they've gone from leading the race to now being almost 5 seconds behind the leader. As Julio Cesar is set to score a career best finish as Orioles has pulled away. That damage that he got early in the race does not seem to be affecting him in any capacity as he is pulled out to over a second and a half. We've still got 27 cars on the racetrack. A little bit surprising, speaking with all of the carnage that we had earlier. And here is Dog, who is running about 25 laps down. Not sure why they've not pulled that car off, nor has it been parked, as now Wilfred's going to lose a bunch of the spots that he had gained as Carter Friesen goes by for 7th. And here comes the 97 of Mechanized Chaos in the Elite Dangerous car as Mech, fighting the bottom as Chiro whacks the wall. And he's going to lose a spot to Crispy as now Jackman moves into the top 10. Random J's going to get by the 42. Look at Jazz. He has fallen significantly far back. And there's damage to the front of that car. I wonder if he got into the back of somebody. Here comes Dog right back at the track. Almost wipes out Crispy. But the Charlotte winner dodges near turmoil. 20 laps to go. This time by for Orioles. Salem has proven itself to be quite the test of attrition as well as patience. And Orioles made a well-timed move to get into the lead as he's now about 3.5 seconds ahead of Caesar. As now we've got a battle back for around the 16th position between Angelina and Cigar. And here's the two Eclipse Motorsports teammates going at it, Random J and Chiro, for the 12th spot. As Big Nader is going to get by Jackman to move into the top 10. Big Nader has not scored a top 10 yet this season. I think he'll be very pleased with that. As now Judge Jackhammer is being a nuisance to Carter Friesen. Wilfred turns the 15 hard into the wall. We've got a big crash again. And with 15 laps to go, we are back under yellow. Wilfred's destroyed. And we're going to have one last chance. Orioles gets held up in the traffic jam, but he should maintain the lead. Carter Friesen was set to get his first top 10, but that has now been taken away from him as his car is junk. And this is what we've been talking about. Joseph Jackhammer has not been the most aware driver in this series, and he's definitely going to be called out for this as Kyle Wilfred gets into the back of him. He shouldn't have been holding him up in the first place. And gets turned. That's a big impact to the inside wall. He would be okay, but not sure if he's going to be okay when his fellow drivers come to see him after this race. Let's look at Wilfred from the onboard of Mech. And all three cars go hard into the inside wall. Mech is just a victim of circumstances. And that 97 car is junk. Abigail Lane in the 55 also involved. Here's the chase cam from Big Nader, who is running in 10th place, and he's going to pick up a bunch of spots from this, although he gets damage in the left front. And this could have been a great time for the 23 to get a good result. However, that car is toast. We're going to restart with about 11 laps to go, as now there are only about 20 cars left on the racetrack. 22, in fact. Pace car is off. Orioles leads the field to the green flag, and this may be the final chance that anyone's going to have to catch him. Ben Pye is going to use the bottom to try and take second away from Caesar. They make a little bit of contact. As there's a crash back in the field, Dysick, Adam Mitchell, and the 97 of Felber. Excuse me, the 73. No caution flag is out. We're still green. VGO3 put up high. That's where he wants to be, though. And he's going to try to take third place away from Ben Pye. I think he's going to be able to get it, though, through turns 3 and 4. Doesn't even need it. Just gets the backstretch. And VGO3 is going to take over third place. Now Dewstorm is trying to set up Tropical for 5th. Tropical's going to make the mistake of trying to pass Ben Pye. It's not going to work. As here comes Dewstorm trying to get back up into the top 5. Nitro Racing Crispy back there for 10th place as Jackman and Random J do battle for 7th. Nitro has cleared the 42 for P10 as Dewstorm takes 5th place, but he goes into the wall and throws all that momentum he had away, and Tropical retakes P5. Under 10 laps to go. In fact, we're going to have 5 to go this time by. Random J, running in 8th place, is set to take over the championship lead. As Nitro kind of wants to get by Cheer here. This is for 9th place. But this may be a mistake for him, as Crispy is now right all over his back bumper. But Nitro, I think, is going to throw the block. It's been a tumultuous last couple of races for this 56 team. But a top 10 is surely going to help with their pace, as Tropical is now in the top 5. What a season turnaround it's been for that 40 team. He's had several good runs in a row, dating back to Charlotte. That's where it really started. But Tropical is set to get another top 5 on the year. Julio Caesar, much in the same boat, about to score his best career finish, as now there's only 2 laps to go. It won't be a win, but Caesar getting second is going to feel like a win for that team. Meanwhile, Orioles has taken the white flag. He's only got a little bit more to go here at Salem. Orioles has been really close several times throughout this season. But now today is going to be his day. The Virginia-born driver comes out of turns 3 and 4, and Orioles scores his first victory at Salem in the NAPA 100. Results on screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. And that will be all for us here at Salem. We'll see you guys next time.